gentlemen, I'm now going to give you Betty Makoni, who will be very happy to answer some questions. Thanks, Betty.
As you can see, when I started making a lot of noise in the city, opening up on the abuse, because I also come from the royal family, they were so embarrassed to an extent that they recalled me home to say, can we give you a decent place where you can do the work? So that land, I reclaimed it from 400 years ago. It was my great-great-grandfather's land, and they gave me to build it. So on it, you don't put a jurawo. The spirit, they believe that we are royal. Nobody touches there, nobody steals there. And if you are in there, like you are a man and I'm speaking, you keep quiet. They take all commands from women. So since we set it up, I built it in 2001. No thief has touched it up to today. Even when I'm in exile like this, nobody touches the princess place. I protected them. They believe that princesses protected them. They also believe that we bring rain. Once you make us angry, rain doesn't come. You know, I'm also an academic person, I understand, but if that is to our favor, I take it. Any of the beliefs that really protect girls, I take it to my advantage. So we are protected, we are safe. This is also a mountain where you are all invited. That's my shrine, just like Buckingham Palace. That's my version of Buckingham Palace. So you can come, we took you on top of the mountain, you feel the breeze, you feel the royalty, and you heal. What we have also done, we have extended the idea to England. Just recently with my royal from Nigeria, we launched a royal night, just like in that village, but with women sharing stories in Stanford, New York. So we are also bringing something here to share, to say there is also that added aspect where you can sit by the fire and not go in a counselor's room. You know, I know they are professionals, it's good, but they are informal moments. You need to talk to your spirit, your basic family issues. So nobody touches a family in my home. The jurawo is the spirit, the jurawo is morality, the jurawo is the respect. Thank you for the question, very brilliant. And I can see you've been watching it very closely.
That was very moving. I'm like, all my makeup has come off because I've just been so moved by what you do. How can we support you? I'm not part of the Rotary Club. I'm a friend of Sasha's, have just come in. How can we support your movement and what you stand for and all the work you're doing? How can I help, basically?
Oh, thank you so much. Today you have supported us in a very big way. First thing, you have sat down with us to listen to the story. Thank you so much. It's massive support to me. I'm so happy. Thank you. Be blessed for just coming to be where you are. I can't thank you enough. But there are many ways to support. Today you are doing a fundraiser. It can be £5 per day. It's okay, because with £5 I can buy a bag of meal. It keeps the village and the girls well fed for almost 2 weeks. So each one who has paid £5, you have extended your kindness to a girl you don't know. Sanitary pads, you can actually buy sanitary pads and ship them to the village. because most girls are now using sticks to imitate tampons. They can also use old rags to imitate sanitary pads. At the back of this room, we have got a young woman called Finance Tsikwa. She's there in green. She can give you a form. There is a form which you can fill and you can give £1 a month. You can give £2 a month. It's a lot because most primary school for the girls like Nyararo, they cost up to $10 per 3 months. So some things are really cheap. $10 can make a girl escape from a village to come to us to get assistance. So you can go to finance and she gives you the form and you can fill in and you can contact us. I dedicated my whole story, my autobiography, to the charity. You get a copy. We put our money in a girls' fund. Whenever I'm needed in Africa, like I'm going back in August, we use the money to be in Africa, to set up more girls' clubs, to set up more homes. So if you want to be part of the movement, we also want you to get the book, not only to buy, to give us money, we also want you to get the inspiration. I know amongst us there are many people here. We are not in England to only beg, we are also to play a part. If you feel we can contribute to children here by sharing the stories to make them see another part of the world, because we know those are the future leaders. Call us. We want also to give something as the community is also giving us something. And then I'm always telling young girls, because there is a war party you escaped. There was one girl who was going to address you. She's saying, we want to use our hands. We don't want a fish. We want a fishing rod. So we brought them solar bread making machines there at the village. They make their own bread. They need tractors to till their own land. We are very, very worried about people who go give money, because it's chaining out a whole generation of young women who receive but don't work for it. So any donation that we are going to receive, it's strictly to make you fish on your own and not to receive fish. So we have got a whole program on our website to visit it. It's so exciting. Talk to us about it. There are so many things we can do. So basically, you are very welcome anytime to play a part. Sasha has played a part. Barbara has played a part. The mayor has played their part. Actually, my mayor in Zimbabwe never came for any of the programs. They thought I was trying to be anti-government. No, I was simply trying to say, let's be together in this. It was not political, it was just a social issue we have to work together on. So the mayor has played his part, the camera person has played their part. If you look at who you are tonight, everybody has played a part. So let's continue to play the part. In October, we are trying to bring some of the girls here so that you meet them and they tell you where they are with their leadership. We have the United Nations Day, like what has happened with Malala. We are also saying you have left other Malalas out there. We also want them to address the global world to say, how is it going? So if amongst you there are some people who are connected to airlines who can donate just a trip from Uganda, Zimbabwe, Sierra Leone, get your friends to fly the girls just for a time with you. We want to give them to mentors, to coaches here. I saw excellent youth training programs. I want them to visit. I want them to come here again and address you. I'm addressing you, but there are also girls who can talk to you directly. So we want to put the girls at the center from now onwards so that they speak to the world like what Malala has done today. So we do have a program on 12th October. So let's get it planning, let's speak to the world, let's keep talking about it. Thank you for the question.
I like your thing that says, foot soldiers of change. I work for the House of Commons and I sent your details. We have a committee called Parley Agenda. about women. So I emailed them today and I told them I didn't know much about her, but I know Sasha very well. And I'll try and see how we can be able to get some visibility.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the effort. We will be part of it.
I just love your passion, I love your heart, and it's just so evident that you really want to make a difference. And it's just like every drop of water makes a mighty ocean. You just stepped out and you've done it, so we commend you for that.
What's happening about the men out there then? Is there any improvement with them in all this? The men?
The men?
Your men out there, are they still behaving like this?
It's a very angry. Yeah, actually it's a universal issue. It happens everywhere, but I think it's still exceptional in Africa because we are beginning to get into another phase where women are beginning to show that they can fight and they can rise above the situation. So you will see that our stories are going to be more and more. And I think this is during the Victorian age in England or during the 19th century where women were not allowed to vote. Imagine men go to vote, you are not allowed to vote. I still remember reading Jane Eyre. I still remember reading Chaucer. I still remember reading William Shakespeare, and I empathize with the struggles of women. So I could say we are almost revolutionizing everything to catch up with the rest of the global village. But it remains a universal problem. Even here in England, I've met a lot of women from the British community. She does not open up. Even when I start talking, she cries. I've been to schools addressing girls, they cry a lot. When I take them aside, they say, this issue here, you cannot talk about it. It's so sensitive in the family. So there are also still confidential bad secrets within families. It's not an open, it's scary actually in England to stand up to say this happened here. So I feel let's pull the woman together, our men, but I know a lot of men in the Western world have actually taken a step further, they've stood up. And our men may be held by just the thinking, the mindset. And I think, but a lot of them, like 50%, have jumped into the other side, which is something very positive that I'm proud to talk about. I won't say which men, but most African men who are here, I can see them here, they can testify that they don't want to see that. They can tell you that this is something I would kill a person for. So well done to those men. Oh, well done. Well done. What kind of abuse? Don't say the name.
Looking after her. She's actually from the emancipation, but I am looking after her. I am sending her £5 a month.
So can I just ask how many volunteers or staff you actually have working to help those girls? And also, have you got a programme of volunteers going from Britain or other countries to actually help?
Yes, that's what we have started coordinating. We are only very young. Our office is not really big. So what we have done, we have put a volunteer program, people can sign up. We also have staff on the ground. We have American students. You know, we are more popular in America than here, so I'm fighting to come here to be more known in this country. This is my first time actually. I think I operated in North America more than here. So we are welcoming anyone from England who wants to play a part, and Sasha and Barbara will be advising us throughout the time we are working in the country. We will always write to them to say, so on and so on is offering to volunteer, what can we do? So feel welcome to advise us on that. We are very, very able and willing to learn.
Unfortunately, I personally can't come on health grounds because I'm already involved in Uganda and I can't get there. But it is very worthwhile because we find with our charity that people do go back and back to visit, perhaps even only for a month, but it is really a worthwhile thing. But I agree with you, we get tremendous support from America and Australia, and things are happening there more so than sometimes in Britain.
Oh, thank you. And also share with us the Uganda program, because with Girl Child Network, one of my girls went to Uganda and she set up a big program there for girls as well. One of them who graduated, I trained, she's now Girl Child Network Uganda. So they can always network and pull all resources together. And we are saying to women in Africa, it's not about competition anymore, it's about complementing each other. We really have to come together as women to say, if you have got a little car to take my girl to hospital, I will give you my volunteer. We just exchange. Nobody has got everything. We must share, especially this critical global economic crisis time. We simply have to pool our resources, human and financial, together. So thank you so much for sharing.
I mean, they're doing different types of work. It's a Christian organisation, but it's working humanitarianly in all sorts of ways. But one of the biggest problems they have there is an Islamist Christian battle that goes on. But also one of the biggest problems is witchcraft. And their big problem at the moment is actually the beheading of children. And that's the sort of communities people are working in. I mean, I really do respect everybody that works in this way.
One more question.
Yeah, can I just ask one question? What support, if any, are you receiving in the work, the excellent work that you're doing, from the churches? Because presumably, I'm presuming this, but I would imagine that in Zimbabwe there would be quite a lot of Christian churches in operation. Is that correct?
Yes, there are Christian churches operating, but you know, for a long time the country has been economically and politically challenged. And you know, there are also elections in 2 weeks' time. So it's like whirlwind at the moment. We are still looking at a situation where things stabilize and people start living their lives. So I think we are at square one because of elections, and churches get disturbed. Look at what happened to the Anglican Church in Zimbabwe. It is split into tiny pieces. The church became a fighting ground for politicians. The church reversed what it was supposed to do. So even the church where little girls get married, Apostolic Church, there are so many. So whilst we believe in the, like I was brought up by Roman Catholic nuns, I also believe that the church has also been overburdened with orphan programs. Many things that churches are doing. So we will continue working with them, but we will also be cautious that churches also have their own programs that are ongoing.
Can I just... It's not a question, actually. I would like to thank you for your work. Amazing to show this to the world. And thank God we have people like you who have the courage to do it, to show it. But before everybody runs home and sees Africa, like the continent where everything bad happens. I would just like the assistants to remember that this happens today, 21st century. It's written in public parks for 2 hours and nobody moves. So all I'm saying here, please, nothing against, absolutely, it's a positive what you're doing, and we need to hear and we need to help, and we are helping today. And we will help more in the future. But I just want to know, the people who don't get the exposure, who don't know the world like you know it, I want them to remember that these abuses happen everywhere. And the lady from the LSPCC is here to prove it. Just wanted to say that.
And maybe my last remark is that I saw the story of, is it Somerville? The one who raped so many women long back? Yes. So those are typical examples of some issues we really need to confront as England as well. So I think.
While the choir are getting ready for the next song, I just want to say a few words. I especially want to highlight Sasha this evening. Sasha came to my office about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So excited, so enthusiastic, so moved by what she had seen. She'd heard Betty speak and she'd seen that video and told me how harrowing it had been. But said, we can't leave it there. It must never happen again. Now what can we do? So we went to visit Dr. Annabelle. Are you around Anne somewhere? So we knew we had the support of the NSPCC, so we thought, yeah, we're on the road. And then I approached David Cloud, a very long-term, solid Rotarian, and said, right, we want Rotary on board. And then we really knew we were on the way. Then we got some sponsorship, and then tonight happened. And we had a wonderful caterer who donated the food free of charge. We had the hall given to us free of charge. We had raffle prizes donated. So we really, Mr. Cloud, take a bow. We really, really want tonight to be not just successful and educational, we want it to be fundraising. It's very important. We can't be out there in Zimbabwe with Betty. We can make sure a little bit of our money goes a long way to help her good work. So thanks again, Betty.